So till now we have discussed about the figures and basic mathematical, Latex basics. Now we'll discuss about the mathematical expressions. Okay, mathematical expressions and tables. So mathematical expressions are very important. Like even if you write the paper or anything, mathematical expressions will be there. So how to write those mathematical expressions in overleaf and in form of LaTeX and all, I'll explain now. So to like, we'll start with the new document so that it will be like separate for the mathematical expressions. To create a new document. In case of you need any these LaTeX documents and all, I'll share separate documents. That's why I'm creating so that it will be useful for you people. Okay. So to like first of all to write any mathematical equation or anything, the package suppose that is AMS Math. So you have to first use that package here. Use package AMS Math. So this is very important. Otherwise, whatever the mathematical expressions will write, that will not be like recognizable, or those functions will not work. So you have to import that package first, and after that you can you can write any mathematical expression. So we'll see how to write the matrices and all that. I'll explain first. Some data I have taken here. So now after this, if I wanted to add any matrix, so how to add that matrix? So for that matrix, we have the code begin. Matrix. So here begin and end matrix will be there. In between, you can write like what kind of matrix, how many rows and how many columns you want, everything you can represent here. So initially, like I'm taking a 2-row and 2-column matrix. And the content between 2 rows must be differentiated between this using this ampersand. So this ampersand symbol is used to differentiate the content of first row, first column, and second row, second column, that like that. Okay. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So that's why first row with the 2 columns I've written, and then we have to go to the next row. So for that you have to use the new line, or otherwise double backslash. So already this we have seen for going to the new line. Okay. So this is about the matrix. So we'll see how this looks like. See here. Okay, so this matrix, we can also see the inline matrix, we can say. Okay, so here the matrix, we don't have any side brackets or parentheses, anything. I haven't taken anything. This is a plain matrix where we have represented the content in terms of matrix. So 2 by 2 matrix. So if I want any like parentheses, usually we'll use the brackets or parentheses for matrix, right? So in that case, you can use here like B matrix, or else it is also meant to be bracket matrix. So brackets will be represented for that particular content. You can see here. So the difference between. Okay. So it is usually we are writing it in a mathematical mode, right? So usually it will say like whenever we write any expression in a maths format, like any matrix or something, that should be included within the dollar symbol. So this will represent the mathematical mode for any expression. Okay, so then it will not even show that particular error message also. This is simply to represent it in a mathematical mode. That's it, not for any other thing. If you'll not give this also, we'll get the output. But after this, whatever the content will give, no, for that it will show the error. So for example, if I have written this, if I haven't used the dollar symbol here, then that content will also will be considered as a mathematical mode, and the data will be shown in a different way. Okay, so that's why, yeah, that's why you have to use the mathematical symbol here. That is nothing but dollar symbol. Fine. So this is mathematical expression. So these are the inline matrices. We can call it as, if we give the extra space, then it will comes in a, I mean, it will comes in new line. So similarly, instead of brackets, if I want the parenthesis, then I can use the P matrix. Only the matrix name will be different. That's it. So P matrix means the instead of square brackets, it will be represented with the parenthesis. Fine, everyone. Apart from this, we can also use the braces, right? So braces and many other things we can use. So for that also we have different codes. If you want the braces, you can use the capital capital B. We can make use of that. So different ways of representing matrix. That's it. Based in the paper, the content will be same. Content we are not modifying. Only the representation will be different based on our requirement, or if the paper look good or look nice with these braces and all, you can modify. Fine, everyone. So we have a normal parenthesis, or else brackets, square brackets, or else this curly braces. Or else we can also use the vertical lines or double vertical lines. All those, like simply vertical lines means V matrix we have to use. So only here in the begin matrix, whatever the matrix we are taking, there only have to use whether single vertical line or multiple vertical line. All those you have to represent there itself. Apart from that, like the content is same. If, for example, if you want like a 3 by 2 matrix, then again you have to include one more. I mean, yeah, some data you can give, okay. Or else 3 by 3 matrix also you can take anything like this. Or else you can also include one more row. So to include a row, to differentiate between line to line, you have to use the double slash or else slash new line. That you have to use compulsory. But in mathematical mode, instead of new line, we'll use the double slash. This is very important. If you not give the double slash, what happens to something 3, 4? So if will not give the double slash, then it will not go to the next line. So the matrix will be like this error you can see. So for that reason, the double slash is must when you are working with the matrices. Fine, everyone. So these are all, this is about the matrix, and you can also use the inline matrix, or else like what we say. This either you can use along with the text, or else you can use it as a separate one. Fine. Any doubts here? Matrix representation.
So in matrix representation, if you have any doubts, you can ask.
Because matrices are very important as you are working with any of the data. So usually we'll use the matrices, and it is difficult to mention in Latex code, because if you do any mistake, then we may not get in a proper way. So inline matrices and normal matrices are also very important. How you are including that in the text is very important. So for that reason, you just try it. And if you have any doubt, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll just continue with the next one. So we have the matrix. The structure is same, only the matrix which we are taking, based on that the the borders of that matrix will be represented. Either we need what we say, braces, or square brackets, or curly braces, or vertical lines. So that all depends only with this word, I mean one letter which we are using before the matrix, either B, small b, or P like parenthesis, or a V, or capital B, like that. You can use any of based on your requirement. Fine. So this math mode, as I told you, like usually to represent the math mode, we'll use the symbols like either in between dollar, we have to write whatever we'll write between the dollar symbols, it will be treated as math mode. Okay. So either we can use the dollar symbol, or else you can also use like a slash begin math. Like this also you can use. Whatever you write between this begin and end of math, that will be considered as a math mode. Or else you can also use the what we say, backslash and this parenthesis. So whatever you write in between this will also be considered as a math unit. So these three possible representations will be there for representing any text in mathematical mode. Fine. So we can also see this one here. Instead of this, if I use this one, then it will also works like a same. Fine. So this is the mathematical representation. And here we haven't included any data, so that's why it is showing that. Don't worry about it. If I write anything, that will be considered as a math mode. Okay, the font, everything which is represented in math mode, that only will be shown here. So, like whenever in the text, if you are using any mathematical equations, so don't forget to represent that using the mathematical mode or math mode. Otherwise, entire text will also be represented wrongly. Okay. Okay, fine. If you don't have any doubts, then we'll go how to write the equations and all. Okay. Just we'll try with this some small equation. Some a plus b is equals to a square plus b square plus c square. Okay. So that will represent in mathematical mode. So I just wanted to represent the square, a square plus b square, okay, like that. So how to like squares and superpositions and subscripts. Superscript and subscript we are going to represent. So square will be like superscript. Like if you want any subscripts like A1, A2, A3 like that also we'll use, right? So what are the symbols we have to represent for the superscript and subscript? For superscript we have to use the cap symbol, and for subscript we have to use the underscore. Okay, that I'll show with one example. A plus b whole square. Let us say a plus b whole square. So square is a superscript. So for that you have to use the cap symbol, and after that you have to write the square. Then it will be considered as a plus b whole square is equals to a square. So again superscript. So cap 2 plus b square. B cap and 2 plus 2ab. So this will be represented as a mathematical mode. I mean, now you can see the equation here. So you can see here, right? So this is the equation which we have written. So just carefully observe this one. We have represented the squares as a superscript, and for that superscript we have to use the cap symbol. It will be there in number 6. So shift number 6 will give this symbol. So with this we can write the equations like this. Fine, everyone. For example, if I want a1 plus a2 plus, like 1 should be like subscript, right? In that case, we can write the thing like a underscore 1. It represents a1 plus a underscore 2. A2 is equals to some b1. Let us say b underscore 1. So in next line I have shown here, see here. So 1 and 2 are subscripts. Usually when you will write the equations and all, usually we'll say a1, a2 like that, right? So in that case, you have to use the underscore. This is underscore, a underscore 1. So after underscore, whatever the first letter you will consider, that only will be considered as a subscript. Otherwise, for example, if I have written a1, 1 and a2, 1 and b1, 3 something, okay? But all this 1, 1 and 2, 1 will not be considered as a subscript. See. 1 is subscript, but this 1 is considered as a normal, normal number. So in that case, if you want these two 1s as a subscript, then you have to represent that in a curly braces. You can see the difference now. So now entire 1 will be represented as a subscript, whereas here 2 and 1 is entire 2 1 is not considered as a subscript. Clear, everyone? So if you wanted to represent more than one number as a subscript, then represent all those under curly braces. It may not be only the number, it can be any alphabet or anything. So if you wanted to represent any alphabet or number, anything as a subscript, just represent all those in curly braces if it is more than one letter or one number. If it is only one number, directly you can make use of that. Fine, everyone? So here also you have to use the braces so that it will consider 2 and 1 as a subscript. So these subscripts and superscripts usually we need when we write the equations and all, right? So this is about equation with superscripts and this is with subscripts. So superscripts usually squares, cubes in power 4, power 5, like that it will be, right? So all this we can represent. Even for example, if power is like 20, a plus b whole power 20, if I wanted to represent, then after cap, if I write 2, 0, then again same thing happens here. Only 2 will be considered as a power and 0 will be considered as a normal number. So to overcome that problem, you represent all this in curly braces again. So even for the superscript or subscript, only one letter will be considered along with the cap symbol or underscore. If you want multiple numbers or multiple letters, then keep all those in curly braces as shown here. So like this 20, 20 or something, you can give any number of uh, any 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 number of digits here. You can see here, right? Fine, everyone. So writing equation, everybody clear with this? Otherwise, you can say any equation, I'll write that also. Even I'll show how to write the integrals and epsilon summations and all that also I'll tell. This is the basic equation first I wanted to explain. If you are clear with, then we can go for the other equations. And along with this, we also have fractions, right? Usually we'll represent the fraction. If I wanted to write 1 by 2, if I'll write like this, in this LaTeX, it will be represented like normal 1 by 2. Like how we have written, same thing it will be represented. If in case I want 1 by 2 in a proper division way, division representation, then I have to use the code or yeah, command frac. You can see here, frac. So same like 1 by 2. So denominator I have written here. So the same equation, if I wanted in this representation, okay, this should be in math mode. Otherwise, you'll get the errors like this. Fractional, whatever the mathematical symbols that must be enclosed in math mode, either dollar symbols or begin math or else this open and like backslash and open brace. You can see the difference here. So this is actual representation how I want. If I'll write it directly, this will be represented like this. But if I want it in a fractional representation, then you have to use this one. Slash frac 1 and 2. So frac is used to represent the fractional one and denominators and all will be represented like this. Fine, everyone. So same like, for example, if it is x squared by 2. If I want x squared by 2, then x squared in the sense I have to use the power symbol, then it will be represented like this, x squared by 2. Same here. Like that, you can even, for example, x squared by 2 plus, let us say x cubed by 3. So same again, you have to use again fraction x power 3 by some 20 or 29 or any number you can give in that second braces. So this is like x squared by 2 plus x cubed by 20. It will be like that. Fine, everyone. Writing an equation. If you have any doubts, just let me know. These are just basic equations. Like you can also write x power n plus 3n, 2n, like that also. But everything should be enclosed in this math mode so that you'll not get any error. So now we have written the equations, but in case if I want the equation number, so manually we can't give the numbers here, right? So usually in Word document and all, we can give the manual numbers. But here, if we'll give the manual number, then that will not be in a proper way. So if you want the numbering for your equations, then you have to enclose the equations in command / begin equation. So / begin equation. So in this, you can write the same equation, but but in / begin, no need of dollar symbol. Whatever the equation will write in / begin, that will be considered as a math mode. So no need to represent that again with the dollar symbol. If you use the dollar symbol, then you'll get the error here. So you can see for the same equation, directly we got the number. So the difference, did you understood the difference? So initially we have used the math mode. So this will be useful when we are writing it in a paragraph. Along with the paragraph we want it, right? You can write it. But if you want it in a proper equation format, then you have to use slash begin equation. So I think it is visible now. So slash begin equation, you can see here. So I have written it in equation format. So with the numbering, it will come. For example, I need it in an equation way, but I don't want the number. Then in that case, how to do that? This will get with number. If you don't want any numbering, for sections and all what I told you have to include star symbol, asterisk you have to include. Simply include begin and what's it? So equation star and end equation star. So now you will get the equation in the equation format only, but the number will not be there. So may not be when we write the paper or anything document, may not all the equations require numbering, right? In that case, you can use only equation. This extra asterisk you have to add. Then it will not give the number. So like this, you can write any number of equations. If you will continue the same equation, automatically the numbering will be changes. Automatically the continuation, it will give direct continue like the numbering. So first equation will be with the equation number 1, number 2. And for this also we can label it. As I told you, we will use the labels for referring that, right? So you can use the label, you can give equation 1, E1 or something. So this, whenever, as in, if you wanted to like refer that one, as in equation, again you have to use the reference. So this will not modify and E1. So here automatically that whatever the label we have taken as in equation 1. I have only given the equation, but the number will be given in. So both the like equation 1 we have labeled. So this way we can refer wherever we want, even in the conclusion. For example, I've written the equations in methodology. And if I wanted to just make a note of it in the conclusion, there also I can just as an equation in that reference you can give here. With this reference, automatically that will be recalled wherever we need in the document. Fine, everyone. So this is the way of writing the equations. So first, make sure that AMS math package has been used here. So without that package, you will get the errors. Like all these functions will not be will not work. Like how our C program. For that, we have to import the packages, right? Same here. We have to import all these packages to work with these functions. Fine. So first remember that you have to use the package AMS math, and after that you can represent data, inline data, or like the math mode, whatever we have written with the math mode will be like we can include that in inline itself. But if you want it as a separate equation way or separate with numbering and all, then you have to use the slash begin equation. Okay. Even in the equation, we can also write the matrices. So the matrix we have written already, right? So just copy that and the representation will be different. So for this, again, as I told, no need of representing it in a math mode. Because already the equation itself, by default, it will consider whatever we'll have written in the math mode only. So no need to separately show that. See here. So the difference between this matrix and this matrix is here it is inline, like along with the text it has been represented, but this separately we have represented as a matrix with numbering, proper numbering. If you don't want the number for that matrix, you can give asterisk symbol here, like begin equation star and end equation star. B matrix or B matrix or P matrix, any matrix, like whatever the outline you wanted to show, that you can include parenthesis or anything like this. Fine, everyone. Any doubts here? If you don't have any doubts, then like I'll just show how to write the integrals and square roots and all. And after that, we'll go for the tables. Like I'll explain the tables. Okay, so we will write even square root also, like we will have square root and cubic root and all, right? So even we can write the equation with square roots also. So for that, we have to use the command sqrt, square root, square root of something. What square root you wanted to show, that you can include here. Square root of 7, 8, or 9 or something. So here also we have not used math mode, so it will show the error. See, it has shown the output, but here you have to use the math mode to differentiate between normal equation and mathematical equation. So now we can see square root of 789. In the equation, if you wanted to write like a begin equation, so in the equation, if you wanted to represent any square like slash sqrt of square root of like x square or x power n, let us say x power n plus y power m plus 100. Square root of is equals to something, you can also write 24 or something. It will be represented like this. You can give the square root to the entire equation like this. So for this, for the equation 2, the code we have written is this one. Slash begin equation, this one. Square root of whatever you wanted to write in that particular square root, all those you can write it in this curly braces and then equals to like whatever you wanted to. So after this math mode, if you in this mathematical mode, if you write like any normal content, equation or anything, it will be represented in math mode only. There won't be any spaces or something. See, 24 equations. So it will not be in a math, like in normal write up, like it will be considered as a math mode only. So if you write anything, that everything will be comes in a one line and it will show the error also. So that's why if you wanted to write normal data, you have to come out from this particular equation and then represent that entire thing here. After the equation, if you write, then that will be okay. It will come in the next line and that will be like, looks like a normal content. Fine, everyone. So this is for representing square roots and all. And if you wanted to represent any integrals like mathematical summations and integrals will be there, no? So for integrals and all, you have to use limits. So usually for integrals and all, we will be having limits now. So for that, you can use the integral, either integral or summation that you can use. For example, if I'm using the integral slash int slash limits. So what limits you wanted to show? If it is from 1 to n, let us say 1 to n, 2n, 2n. So you have to use the like 1 to n, and it is like a plus b is equals to 20. So this should be in math mode, otherwise you'll get the error showing this. Don't forget to include any mathematical equation in math mode. Otherwise, you can represent that directly in the begin equation so that there won't be any error. You can see this. Or else the same thing I can also write in begin equation so that I'll get the equation numbering. So the same without dollar symbol, you can copy it like directly. I'm just copying this. So same thing can be represented in terms of equation along with the number. You can see here equation 3 integral 1 to n. The limits you can modify. It may be from 100 to 1,000 or anything that you can modify, but all this 100 means multiple digits. So you have to represent in square braces, sorry, curly braces. Okay. Okay, so usually limits, it will not take multiple digits. Okay. So for limits, mostly it according to this only takes 0 to n or 0 to 1, like that it will be, no? So for that's why it is given there. But it is not showing that. Either limit 0 to 1 or 1 to n or like that. What happened? Yeah, it has shown here, you can see. So limit, this equation I have modified, not in begin equation. So here you can see limits have been modified. So see here, 100 to 1000 or else 200 to 3000, anything, any limit you can give. Fine, how to write the integrals? After that, after the integrals, whatever the equation you wanted to write, you can write a plus b is equals 20 or x square plus y square is equals c z square or anything that you can write over there. And after that, we also have summations. Like even we will be having summations, right? Summations, sigma is equals to like that. So that how to write? Are you, I mean, are you following? If you have any doubt, just let me know because it is like one-way discussion only. If it is a like a conversation point of view or it is like interactive session, then it will be like you may get the doubts and I would have clarified more also.
So you can use this equation in your LaTeX practice parallelly and then ask doubts if you get any errors there.
So fine, then I'll show the summation. So everything should be in math mode. Don't forget that. So whatever the mathematical expressions you are writing, that must be represented in math mode. So for that summation, I'm using the keyword command /sum underscore. So for the summations also, usually we'll give the limits, right? 1 to n or else okay, let us say 1 to n first. Shit. 1 to n. And the equation, if you wanted to write a plus b is equals to 20. Same equation I'm just taking. Okay. You can see here. Summation, you can see. So it has been represented like this. Give some extra space here. Okay. So this is the summation representation. You can make use like this. Or else we can also use the pi symbol. Some equations will be with pi 1 to n or pi 1 like that will be there. No, in that case you can make you can use like slash production because this is a productive function. Pi is a productive function, so we'll use the prod underscore. What are the limits? If it is a single limit or any limits like 1 to n or anything, that also you can represent. Let us say this single limit I've taken, then same equation, whatever the equation you wanted to write, that you can write. It will show this symbol, pi symbol. Is it clear, everyone? Pi n is equals to n is like usually denominated as shown. Similarly, you can also use the two limits also. 1 to into 100. Some limits. Okay. When it is a multiple digit, don't forget to include that in a curly braces. So see here. You can see n is equals to, I mean pi limits to okay. See here. Pi n 100 into 100, a plus b is equals to 20. So same thing you can also enclose in equation format. So let us see slash and begin equation. So same thing. I'm just representing same thing in equation. So no need of math representation or math or dollar symbols or anything. So it will be represented like this. So inline equation is different and in equation what we'll write is different. So in inline, for this spacing purpose, everything should come in a single line. So that's why the limits will be presented like this. If you represent it as a proper equation, then the same equation will looks like this. So that's why you have to represent whatever the mathematical expressions will be there. Use the command / begin equation. Then only all the equations will looks properly. So in case of a plus b, you can use any fractional values. Let us say some frac a plus b divided by some c plus d. So it looks like this. Okay, I have represented here. So a plus b divided by c plus d. So same thing can also use here. And I have represented. Yeah. So any equation, it looks good instead of using inline and normal equation. Fine, everyone. So if we represent the same equation in inline is nothing but along with the text. If you represent it separately as equation, then it looks like this. For few equation, no need to represent it in inline. Like no need to represent it as equation. For example, in line only along with the text. Like let us say equation for mathematics, something I'm writing is equals to whatever the equation you wanted to write, that you can represent it is equals, let us say, MC square. So this can be represented in line only. No need to represent or showcase it as a separate equation. You can see equation for mathematics E is equals to MC square. So it comes in a line. In case if these kind of equations, summations or productive functions, if you have taken, then those put in same line. In that case, you can make use of this one. Fine, everyone. So when to use the begin equation command or when to use only math mode, that you have to be very careful about. Fine. So similarly, integrals, we can take union operation, in the sense pi symbol or anything. All those you can represent. You can represent all the equations with that. So if you have any doubt, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll go with, I'll start the tables. I think no questions. Okay, we'll start the tables here. So this percentile symbol is used as a comment line here. So whatever we'll write after this percentile will be considered as a comment. Fine. This will not be displayed or executed, only for our requirement purpose. If you wanted to write anything in a comment mode, that you can write like this. So usually I'll show you the normal table / begin. So for this, you have to use the tabular, or else first of all, you have to make alignment of that center. And then you have to use the / begin tabular. Okay, tabular function you have to use, and this is the basic structure of any table with like 2 columns. Here you can include any number of rows, but basically it is 2 columns. The C and C represents the columns here, and this / represents the the line between the columns. So we'll see how the data looks like 1 and 2, 1 and 3. So you can see here. Now I'll tell you like how to do the modifications and all. Yeah, this is the table you can see. So for this table, I haven't given any caption or any title or anything. Here we have the table where we have the 2 columns with 2 rows, that is 1 and 2. Or else I can also include multiple rows also, like 785 and something. Please. It looks like this. So if I want the proper table with the proper heading and all, then I can modify. But I think if I'll not use this pipe symbol, then there won't be any lines in that particular table. It will be table representation only, but there won't be any borders for that. If you want all the borders, then you have to use all pipe symbols. These pipe symbols will represent the borders. It is not a L or one or anything. It is a pipe symbol. Fine. So with this, you can see all the borders you can. So this side borders it will give. If you want the borders above also, then how to, for that you have to use H line command. H line. See, above side border we got, and even after that, at last also, we can have the border with the same H line command. Sure, sorry. Okay. So H line like this. For example, if you want the borders or even lines after every row, then same H line you can use here. Then the table looks like this. All the lines along with the borders. Here in place of 1 and 2, you can also write some a student number or any heading. Student number and some rank or something. So like this also can give. So this is the table, and for the table, you can also mention the captions and also like what we said labeling. You can also do the labeling and you can also give the caption to it. So let us say slash caption. Same caption is same table 1. Table student details. I can give student details. So automatically table number will be given. Okay. Should be before the table. Okay. So for this captioning and all, you have to use tabular. So proper table, you have to use the command table. But before that, just go through this. That captioning and all, I'll explain. But if everybody clear with this, then I can go for the tables. Any doubts in this? So to give the captioning and reference and all, you have to use the table. Like you have to use the command called table. So in first of all, we have to begin the table, and for that table, we can give the caption and also we can give the reference to that labeling and everything we can give. Is everyone clear with this? Okay. So then I'll explain like same code we can also write within the slash table command slash begin table. Okay. So the its code is like this. So the tabular and everything, whatever we have written here, you can copy it directly. But now you can give the caption and also give the label. Fine. So without this thing, you cannot give the caption. So label can be anything which is used to refer this again, T1 or something. You can see the difference between both the tables. So this is a normal table. Okay. Yeah. So this table, even you can also give the positioning. So table positioning is also there. So for the positioning the table, you have to use the same H, T or anything. H means it will come wherever exactly where we have written in that particular code, there only it will be represented. Otherwise, you can also use T to represent the table in top of the paper, like top side of the paper, C. Or else you can use small b to represent it in bottom of the paper. See, page. So bottom side. So it has been represented like this. Fine, everyone. So this is for positioning the table. If you'll not write anything, then by default it will be taken either top. Usually it will take either top or the bottom. So if you represent it as H or HT, then table will come exactly where you have written the code. So after this table, I have written this code. So it has come after that. Fine, everyone. So similarly, you can also give the label. Now you can refer as shown in table. So for that reference will be /ref T1. The referencing or as the label I have given is T1. So automatically the table one will be referred. So here, like in this, it is not showing like a reference one and all, but when you download it into the PDF and when you click on this, automatically it will go to the table. So here directly we have the table. For example, if the table is in first page and if we are referring that in third or fourth page, when we click on that particular number, automatically it will go to that particular table. So that is the use of references and labels. So this referencing and labeling we can do for anything, like even for the sections we can do subsections, tables, figures, equations. For everything we can give the label and that we can refer wherever we want. So this referencing and labeling is very, very important because most of the papers got rejected due to that also. Because even I've seen a few of my students where they have not given any references. Simply in the text they have written like as shown in table one, that one number they have written. But when we click on that one, it is not reflected to anything. So that's why they have been sent back and they asked a student to just add the labels and references, then only send the paper like that. So now everything is in advanced way. So even in Google also, if you search any paper or if you try to download it and you just click on all those references, it will works like a links to that particular content. So that's why labeling and referencing is very important and it will be applicable for all the things like sections, equations, figures and everything. Okay. So this is about the table. And we have any doubts now? So these borders and all, you can give double bordering, like double pipelines you can give, or 3 rows, 2 columns. For example, if I'll include one more column, it looks like this. So number of columns, so again you have to include one more title here. So one more column data you have to include, like rank and some college or something. Some college details you can give, you can include. And some BVRIT. And here I can give some IIT or something. Okay. So then extra column will be included and sides double lines. You can see the double lines we got here. For example, if above also if you want double line, then give double/h line. Above and down, if you give the double/h line, then it will give the double lines throughout the table. All the borders have covered with double lines. So in between also you can give the double line or no line or anything like fine. So these are all like representing the table. So the way how you are representing table is very important because it gives the good opinion on your paper. So that's why whenever the reviewer sees your paper, it should give a good impression. Then only he'll go through the content. But if the paper, all the figures, tables are not represented properly, then the first impression will be bad. So that's why the making a paper in a attractive way is very, very important. So for that, you have to know all these basics. So like this, like even you can include any number of rows and columns. All those you can include. And there are some cases, for example, let us say, if I have written student number and something, the column name is like too much. So in that case, the spacing issues will come. You can see here. So for this, we got a lot of spacing issue and remaining to our having less space. If I wanted to restrict this space, then I instead of this C, I can give the P. And then how many centimeters you wanted to give for that, that you can represent. 2 centimeters for that particular column. Only in that particular space, it will be covered. Okay, so here we haven't given any spaces, so that's why it is coming like that. There won't be like any. Fine, entire word has been represented in 2 centimeters. So the text or the table will be looks like this. So whenever you wanted to restrict the space of any column, then use P instead of C. C is nothing but center alignment and P is nothing but for representing spacing and all. How much space you wanted to give based on that, this you can modify. Instead of 2 centimeters, you can give 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters, or anything. 1 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter, anything you can give. Or inches also. You can also use the inches also for that. IM. So this is for spacing the tables and either using the C like a center alignment, or else this is for left alignment. You can see the entire text has been aligned left. So for this P word, the alignment will be by default left. If you want the center alignment, then you have to use the C. Fine, everyone? So if you have any doubt, just ask me now itself. You want me to explain anything else?
Yes, dear participants, do you have any doubts?
Is like this is all about the tables. Like you can include any number of tables, like any number of rows and columns. So anything is left. Padmaja ma'am, do I need to cover any other topic?
Right, ma'am. Actually, let me share the screen. Just a minute.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Am I audible to you? Just a minute. So I'll put it in the chat box. I am speaking, ma'am.
1 second.
Am I audible?
I did
Check
some.
one. Right.
Oh, shit, sorry, I'm having some speaker issue. Sorry.
Okay, no issue.
Yeah.
See, actually, let us check whether all the topics are covered or not, dear participants. Once let us have this. So, Latin basics, creating documents, typographical emphasis, sectioning, paragraphs, new lines, bullets or numbering, etc. In the first session, ma'am has covered all these and has given exercises also. If you have done from your side, you can share your screen and let ma'am look at the exercises which you have done. Figures, inserting and positioning images, captioning, labeling, references are also completed in the morning session. And after the lunch break, you have learned mathematical expressions,
Matrices, equations, and
right,
subscripts, superscripts.
subscript, superscript, integrals, etc. Tables, fixed length, multi-column and multi-row positioning tables, captioning, labeling, referencing, etc. Do you have any doubts in this, and do you want to know anything extra from other than these which are mentioned in preparing paper using latex? You are free to ask now. The session is open to the participants.
Yeah, because I thought of it is like interactive session, then you would have many doubts. So usually
Right.
this given time would have not sufficient to cover all these topics. But as participant doesn't have any doubts, so it went in a one side kind of thing. That's
Right.
fine. If you want me to show any journal preparation or conference paper, how to download the format and how to prepare it. If you want to know, just let me know so that I'll show you now itself. Like how
Yes,
to
dear
write.
participants, respond. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, in case they doesn't have, otherwise, like I would have shown IEEE Access format, like IEEE Conference and Springer formats also, how to download and all.
Mm.
So, okay, fine, not a problem.
You can show now, ma'am. And why? Because we are sharing the records. Even those who have not attended also, they can watch your classes.
Okay, in that case, like I'll show you like how to
It may
download.
take just
Yeah,
a few minutes, I think 5 to 10
yeah, yeah.
minutes. With that, we will wind up the session after that is completed.
Okay, okay, sure. Because anyhow, we have the time, so that's why I wanted to just clarify whatever the doubts they will be having. Okay,
Right.
I'll show you like how to download the Springer format or any IEEE format and how to upload that in Overleaf and how to do the modifications. Okay.
Oh, fine.
Yeah. So just you can search in Google like LaTeX format for Springer or so in Overleaf already we will be having, yeah, that also I'll share you that also. Otherwise, it will be easy for you people to understand because IEEE and LaTeX are some predefined journals, so we will be having already those templates. So can you see this dashboard? So here you can see this templates and plan and all, right? You just go to this templates.
Screen is not shared, madam.
Oh shit, sorry. No, your screen is still visible to others. Okay, yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, right. It's being
So
shared.
same overlay document which we have implemented. No, just go to home. This home symbol. There you can see all this like where we have the login things and all. Here features and benefits, and after that templates will be there. Just click on templates. So in this we will be having like you can search here like any template. If the template is available with the overlay, then that will be shown here. IEEE conference format. Yeah. See, IEEE conference format. I'm searching with that keyword. So it will give, if the template is available, then that will be shown directly. See here. So we have the templates, IEEE conference, usual IEEE conference is 2-column template. So you can take any of this template. So, so this is normal template. So this you can, so now you can open this as a template. You can see the PDF because we will be having multiple templates for a single publication, right? So you just go through it because in that particular site also they'll give you like some PDF version they will give and LaTeX files also available there. They directly you can download that zip file and you can upload here, or else you can directly use the available templates in Overleaf. So how to download that also I'll show you, but before that this template you can see. So this is the original like IEEE conference template. This you can open as a template. So when you open it as a template, then it automatically like the all the content, whatever there in that will be reflected here. See, now you have the template with you. Now we have to do the modifications according to your requirements. See here, when you click on this particular title, it will go to that place. All those will be represented here, where it is title. Yeah, title, paper title. So here you can give your paper title. Let us say analysis of quantum noise. Let us say. Okay, so this title will be reflected over there. So the thing is, they have predefined everything. All these margins and all. I was talking about this in the first session, right? So for each paper margins, everything we have to finalize. So in this, you can see bib text and everything. What are the margins, lower margin, how much upper margin, everything they have been represented. So no need to modify these packages. If any package is missing, then that you can use here. Otherwise, you're not allowed to modify any margins here. Simply modify the content where you wanted to include. So here I don't have any footnote for my paper, so I can remove that. So just simply remove the footnote. Okay. That's remove the footnote and thanks note also I'm not going to give. So no need of that also. So now simply I will be having the title as analysis of quantum noise. And here the number of authors also like how many authors are there for your paper, based on that you can do the modification. For example, only 2 authors are there, then remove the remaining authors. So first author, this is about And so first author details you can give. So given surname, anything you can give, like the name you can give. Okay, so my department or organization, you can give CSC, department, DVRIT. Okay, name of the organization. Again, you can give here DVRIT. Within this braces, you have to give. So everything is there. If you do any mistake, no, then automatically it will show. So your email address, everything you can include here. So wherever they have written anything, there only you do the modifications. Like this. Okay. So those will be reflected over there. See, first author names have been modified. So if you wanted to represent it as a first, then represent it. Otherwise, no need of this. You can also remove this one first. So usually in their template, they have given like that. But in case if you wanted to modify, you can remove that also. See. So Swati, and this is first author name and this second author name. For example, in case for your paper only one author is there, then in that case you can remove the remaining author details. So this is for second author. Second author details will be there. And then third author, all this you can remove, which are not required. Or else you can comment it. See here. So I've removed all other authors. I just made it comment. So I've removed it. Only two authors are there. So the space automatically adjusted according to that. So second author name also you can give anything. Let us say, okay. So anything. So any department, those will be reflected over here. Fine, everyone. So this is about IEEE template. Template. So in this also, like you can even modify the abstract. So directly, abstract should be enclosed within begin abstract and end abstract. So here you can write your own abstract, your paper abstract, whatever you wanted to, that you can write. And even here you can write the keywords. And introduction part, if you wanted to write anything in introduction, so this is a section. So section start with the Roman number 1. So these are already predefined. So these numbers we cannot modify here. But wherever, when we'll write our own document, then there is an option whether you can represent the chapter in this section number with the normal numbers or Roman numbers, Roman capital numbers or smaller numbers, everything that we can modify. But here, these are all the predefined. All the class file, you can see here, this is a class file, IEEE like class file. In this, they have been represented all the predefined things which we cannot modify. So this is their class file where how the numbering should be, how the data should be, and how the how the name should be, and how the title should be, and what is the space between paragraph to paragraph, and how equation should be represented. All those will be represented in this class file. So this we cannot modify. Only you can do is whatever the data where you wanted to enter the data, only there you can enter your data. Apart from that, you are not allowed to modify anything else. See here some equation we have. See in this equation, some sample equations. See, we have discussed till now slash begin equation. In this, some sample equation they have written. So this slash gamma, slash beta, slash alpha, we have symbols, no? Even slash alpha symbol we have, or slash beta also we have. So all these are existing symbols that directly you can use. Slash omega, all those you can make use of those for writing while writing the equation, and each equation will be labeled. And don't forget to refer your equations or tables or figures or sections in this particular template. If you do the referencing, then only your paper looks advanced, and also it looks good. And even it will be easy for the reader or else reviewer to check your, like for example, if you wanted to return to your first section, if it is properly referred wherever it is required, then directly he can go to that. Fine. So this is about the paper, how to like use the existing overlay template, or else if you wanted to download it from the IEEE site, then you can also do it. IEEE conference template. IEEE conference template download. So directly it will give some site. You just Google it and you'll go to that particular site. You can see here all the templates are available. See here, LaTeX template instructions, or else you will be having template. So instructions we don't need. Instructions is a PDF file. They'll mention the margins will be that, this and all. But if you want the zip file, then you can directly, you can see here template zip file. Usually LaTeX files will be represented in zip file because all the data, the class file, all will be zipped together, and that we have to use for making it as a template. So I'm just downloading this zip file. So zip file I'm just downloading. Now just go to this home page, overleaf home page. So there we have the option. Till now we have worked with new project, blank project we have used, right? Instead of that, you can upload the project. Upload the project, select zip file. Already we have downloaded, so that will be there in the downloads. So just you select that one. So now download has been completed. Same thing. The thing, whatever we have done till now, the same template has been downloaded here also. You can see this template is same. Fine. Because here you can see the table name has come before the table. So these are all will be predefined in class function. Am I clear? So either you can directly use the overlay for document if it is available. If it is not available, then go to that particular conference site or journal site. There they will give the templates, LaTeX templates and all. Download that and just upload that in your overleaf account, and you just do the modifications in that particular file. If you wanted to upload any diagrams to that, like any figures or anything, that also you can do. Select files. So you can upload any figure. Let us say I'm just uploading my figure. So like this, you can upload any number of figures here. All this will be reflected in this particular dashboard. You can see. And this figure you can use here in writing the figures, or else in this particular text, wherever you require. Fine, everyone. And similarly, we can also download the Springer format because most of the conferences are under IEEE or Springer format only. So for that reason, I'm just talking about these two. Apart from this, Springer conference format, Springer is having universal format. That is one of the advantage. So Springer conference or journal, any journal, the format is same. So you can directly template Latex. So Springer already in overleaf also we have the template, but I just wanted to show you in Springer. See, in same thing in templates. Last time we have seen, no? So you just go to the templates, and there also you can search with the Springer keyword. Springer. So here we will be having templates, and that you can open in this. Otherwise, you can go to the Springer journal site. There also you can download and you can upload it. So this is the Springer website. Okay, Latex package. See here. So Latex package, you can click on this. The package will be downloaded. Okay, so now the package is downloading. The same package you can even use here. Like you can go to home. Just go to projects, and now new project, upload project, and that whatever the thing we have downloaded is still under downloading. So once it is downloaded, we can same copy that, or else we can directly drag and drop here, and that format will be there. And compared to the IEEE, Springer conference format is like single column format, but in IEEE we will be having double column. In most of the IEEE journals also of only, but all the Springer, either conference or journal will be of single column, normal document format. So it is getting downloaded. So it got downloaded, directly drag and drop here. It will open. This is Springer format. The package, we have issues with the package, but usually this package will open, or else directly you just open with the Springer format. So this is Springer format, okay. Or else you can go to any particular journal, and there also you'll get the LaTeX file. Directly download that LaTeX file, it will be looks like this. It is simpler one compared to that. So all this, these are the just for sample purpose, they'll give all these things that you can modify according to your data. Fine, everyone. So here also you can add the title and change the author details. So keywords, abstracts, everything same like that. But the class file is different. These its margins and conference file margins are different. So that is the only difference between these two. And apart from this, we will also have many other journals like Willy, we have Nature Journal, we have all those templates are available in their websites, Nature website or anything. Or else, if it is available in the Overleaf, directly you can download it, or directly you can make use of that template. Otherwise, you can download it from that particular website and you can upload in your Overleaf account. So this is the online account. So to work with this, compulsory we need the internet. If you have any issue with the internet, then we also have the offline thing, that is Mictex. So you have to download that and you have to make use of that. So there won't be any much difference between Overleaf and Mictex, but few coding differences will be there. Code like how we are writing here, that you have to slightly modify. And few packages will be same, like whatever the packages are working here, the same will be works in Mictex. But only thing is that we can work either even in offline mode, but this is only in online mode, like we need internet for this. That is the only problem. Otherwise, it is flexible than any other LaTeX platforms. So this is about thing, and that's all from my side.